Erica with Craftinated, and today I'm going to take you through how I make my large cards for my craft fairs. They're really simple. I've given the dimensions before when I'm like going through things. And to me, the most time-consuming piece of this is not making the large card itself, but it's decorating and finding how like you want it all to work together. So I made some already with this paper pack from DCWV called Classic Christmas. My favorite thing about this paper pack is that it's double-sided for my envelopes. I love using double-sided paper for envelopes because it looks like there is a liner to the envelope. Just a personal preference. So I'll show you what I've made so far. I have this one here. It says Merry Christmas, and the inside of the envelope is a green stripe, and on the inside it says All I Want for Christmas with some washi at the bottom. And then this one says Happy Holidays with some jute up here, and it also has that Merry Christmas sticker with some washi, and the inside of the envelope is some stockings. Then I have this one that says Let It Snow with some puffy snowflake stickers on there. This piece of paper behind the tag is from the paper pack as well. It says Merry Christmas, and I chose this one because it has some snowflakes on there. Oh, and the inside of the envelope, I'm sorry, has Santas on it, which I thought are really cute. This one says Merry Christmas, and it has the stockings, the gingerbread men. On the inside, my stocking was filled with, and then on the inside of this one, it's like this really cute glittery red stripe. This one says Merry Christmas. This one I ended up matting the tag on a piece of red paper with the washi behind, and on the inside, it's just a tag that has some really cute snowflakes on it. And then it has the glittery stars on the inside. This one says Happy Holidays. Again, this one was matted. I really liked this one because it's the same pattern on the tag as it is on the paper. And then it says Merry Christmas with a place to journal or write your sentiment. This one says Happy Holidays with some fun stickers on there and some Christmas colored jute or twine. And then that says Merry Christmas with a place to journal there. This one says Joy with the poinsettias. And on the inside it says Approved by Santa. And the inside of that one is the same, those stars again. This one says Dear Santa, I Can Explain. And it's got that piece of paper there that's from the paper pack. Those stars that were really cute. And then on the inside, it has the stars again, and then it says Dear Santa. And that's the envelope for that one. This one was probably my favorite one that I've made so far, with the jute on there, kind of like a package with the enamel dots. It says Joy. And on the inside, it says Merry Christmas with some different washi. And then the inside of the envelope is that really cute red and kind of like wintry floral type mix. This one says Season Greetings with the cardinal, very cute. And then it says Merry Christmas. And then the inside, it's actually like this real life looking pine tree print, which was kind of interesting to me to have that in with these, like it's in this pack. And I just thought it was kind of interesting to have it with all these like fun kind of cartoony, and then it's like pow, real trees. I don't know why. I didn't make it. All is calm, all is bright, and on the inside, Merry Christmas. And then that's the inside of that envelope. This says Meet Me Under the Mistletoe and has like a little mistletoe sticker in the corner. And then it says Deck the Halls with that real life tree. This one says Joy to the World. And then Holiday Wishes. And then it has some really cute glittery polka dots. And this says Merry and Bright with some jewel dots or jewel jemmies and a glittery washi. And it says Special Delivery on the inside. And then it's like some red with polka dots. So those are all the ones I made from this paper pack. I still have a lot of the paper pack left. that I can use, and I still have a lot of the tags left that I did not use yet. I just don't feel like this goes with this paper pack. It's just me. Pet peeve. It's fine. But so the one I'm gonna make one on camera using a different paper pack. So I'm gonna put these to the side, and when I come back after I make this, I'll show you how I package these. So the base of what you need to make this would be some adhesive. I use the foam squares. I use my corner rounder, but that's optional. A bone folder. This is from my adhesive remover, so that's also optional. You do need the punch board to make the matching envelope. And you'll need a paper cutter. So those are the items you'll need to make it. Now the materials I used, or I'm going to use for this one, I should say. Each time you make it, you might have something different as your outcome. You know, maybe you want to use jute, maybe you want to use baker's twine, maybe you want to use stickers or washi or a mix of all of those things. I like to mix and match. So the one that I'm going to use this time, I'm going to use this kit right here. It's called Oh Christmas Tree by DCWV. And the reason I want to get into this one is because after I finish this tutorial, I'm going to be done with large cards for now. And I'm going to move on to my medium cards, which are 4x4, and these tags will be perfect for that. So I pulled this out. I was like, you know what? I'll just use this one, and then I will start on those next. Because I actually do have a craft fair that is still on the books. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it's for in November. So I'm trying to do as much prep as I can. If it does happen, they said that they're going to have like social distance shopping, and they're selling tickets for time slots to come in so that they can kind of control the volume of people coming in. So I might go to it. I might see what's up. I'm just going to prep for it now and see what happens. So I'm going to use this paper for the background of my card. And I am going to use this as my sentiments, as Season's Greetings. And I think I'm going to use, I pulled some stuff out. I think I'm going to use these enamel dots to go with it. Maybe this washi. I think that I've decided that I don't want, so I pulled these two out for the inside. And I don't know that I really, like, again, this is like too different of a pattern for me. And this one would be fine, but I'd have to cover this, and I don't have anything that I'd like to cover that with. So actually, I'm not going to make the inside with just a piece of white. The base of the card is going to be this craft. And I'm going to use one of these unopened stamp sets that I've got. I got these from Tuesday morning last year after Christmas. And I went and got all of like this Christmas stuff on clearance. And but I'm going to use this Merry Christmas stamp on the inside. And when I do that, I'm going to use my Misty. So we'll get into the dimensions first. Once I get everything that is standard cut out, I'll probably just speed it up and decorate. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut your card base down. So these end up being 4x6. So to cut it down, you'll cut it to 8x6. And then I save all of my scraps for something else. I think I can use them to make bookmarks. I haven't measured it yet, but I'm sure that that ends up being 2x6. So that's 8x6. And that's the base of your card. Put that to the side. Then for the front of your card, you're going to want to cut this at the 3 3/4. So you're going to cut it at 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. And cut it at the 3 3/4 first. And whatever orientation that ends up being, just make sure you do that first. And then do the 5 3/4. Okay, so that's going to be the front of your card. But the reason why you cut the 3 3/4 first is because then you have this piece right here. And if you look at your punch board, for a 4x6 piece of, or I'm sorry, for a 4x6 card, you need the paper to be cut at 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So then you can cut this at 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And if this happens to be just a 12 by 12 piece of paper, that actually ends up being perfectly the right size. You don't need to cut this strip off. And then you could use this as another card front if you'd like when you cut it down. So that's your envelope, and put that to the side. And then you're going to want to cut out your main piece, which is, I'm using the Season's Greeting tag. And you can use anything as the main focal point of your card. I've done ones where I've did a stamped sentiment, you know, anything. You can do whatever you'd like. I'm going to have to cut some off the bottom there because it wasn't quite 100%. But I do like using these tags. It makes a very easy way to make a really cute card with less like work on trying to figure out what to do. I think it just needs to be cut down just a smidge more on this side. And then I cut some off the bottom. And then for the inside, for the sentiment is going to be, I am just going to make it the same size as the front piece. So this is going to be 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. All right, so this is kind of like the base of what we've got going on here. Is this right here. So what I would do from here is I will fold the envelope, or fold the card over and score it. You could use a scoreboard for this. I have found that it's not really necessary if you line it up good. You don't need to get out that other item. You can just use your bone folder and put it down. So there's that. It's a little bit off. There you go. So then you just put it down like that. And then, so see how it's starting to come together? This is where I will use my corner rounder. And I'm going to use the 1/4 inch size. So that'll go on the front like that. And then, where did I put, see, I'm making a big mess. You can't see to the side, but I'm already making a ginormous mess doing this. So I'm gonna put my washi down. And you can use a piece of paper from the kit. You can use nothing. You could mat that tag on something that coordinates. I like the way this washi looks. There's my washi on there. And then I will pop this up on some foam squares. And then I need to find what I did with those enamel dots. Here they are. And I'm going to put some enamel dots and I'll put them on this. And I feel like they kind of match the color. So I think they'll look cute just kind of like randomly on there. And then for the inside, let's go ahead and do that. So with my Misty, oh my gosh, did I get something on it? I did. Let me cut another one. It must be on the Misty. It is. Just have to be careful. I probably should clean it off, but we're in the middle of this now. I can't do that. So 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to open this up and we're going to take out that Merry Christmas stamp. And the nice thing about the Misty is you can kind of decide where you want it before you put it down, and it's like perfect. So I think that will look nice. And then we're going to put our magnetic strip down to hold the paper in place. And I'm going to use this kind of gray color. It's called Dove Gray by Stays On instead of a black or something like that. Just because I think it'll be pretty. And I think it might need another pass. So that's the nice thing about the Misty is you can put it another pass through and it'll be exactly where you had it before. Perfect. That is what I want. So that is good. Take my stamp off of there. We're done with the Misty. We're done with the stamp pad. And then I am going to round the corners on this as well. And we're going to do the 1/2 inch. Oh, my thing came off onto this. My magnetic strip for the Misty. So we're going to do the 1/2 inch on this one. And I love Stays On. It's one of my favorite types of stamp pad to use. Okay, so then to make the envelope, you are going to score this just whatever it says on here. So 4 by 6, you have your 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 piece of paper, and then you can do 3 3/8. And so you line it up for the 3 3/8. You score down the line and you punch. You rotate and you line it up with that score line with your little tail here. And sorry if the punching is moving the camera. Sometimes it does that. All right, and then we're done with our punch board. So when I round the corners on this, I just do the 1/2 inch, and I only do it on the longer side. And the reason being is that you're not going to even see the other tabs once it's all folded in. See, so it just goes like that and folds over it. And I think I got stuff on this one again. So annoying. Let's see if this will help. This is an adhesive remover thing and actually is helping. I think it'll be fine. Perfect. Okay, so I don't know how that helped, but it did. I'll just throw anything at the wall and see what sticks. So at this point, all of your pieces parts are cut out for your card. And I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up. I'm going to put it together. And then when we come back, I'll show you how I package it. Okay, so, and I'm not done yet, but I know that this is a lot of foam squares. I ran out of foam tape, and I normally would probably use foam tape for something this size. But on my last project, I used the last of my foam tape, so I am left with the foam squares. But they still do the job. It just is a little bit more time consuming to get them down. When I put the enamel dots on, I do use my glitter glue just to make sure, and I'm gonna put some on here, just to make sure that they're secure on there. To me, the same thing with I use a lot of foam squares. I use extra adhesive. To me, you spend all this time and you're putting these cards together and you're trying to make them look nice, and you plan on selling them, they best not fall apart. That's just my own, make sure that there's enough adhesive, make sure there's enough squares or tape to hold up the image, make sure there's enough adhesive so that things don't just fall off. Now, yes, it's homemade, and even things that aren't homemade, sometimes that happens, but I try to limit it as much as possible with my items, because to me that's like the worst. You spend money on something and you give it to somebody and say they want to keep it because it's nice, and then it falls apart right after they get it. So I do use extra adhesive on these to make sure that they stay in place. And as you can see, everything's kind of coming together. It's starting to look like a card. I think that these enamel dots are really cute on here. They're like the same color green as the background. Put that one there. I'll do one more big one and then we'll be done with the dots. I don't like to overdo it with the enamel dots. I have before. I mean, you can always just keep putting them on and keep putting them on. And let's see, where do I want to put you? I'll go in this upper corner. Okay. So the enamel dots are on. I'm going to put this over here because it does still have the glue on there. It'll dry clear. You can peel it off if you want to leave it on. I just leave it on. So then this is for the inside. And I'm just going to glue it down the same way I did the front. Because since we're wrapping it up here, I'll just keep it in real time. So I've been making a lot of Christmas crafts. I've been trying to get into the mood for Christmas and whatnot because it is not even Halloween yet. But since I have this potential show coming up, I'm trying to get these crafts done and get motivated and stay kind of in the mood. So drop your favorite Christmas movie in the comments because I am looking for things to watch. I already watched Christmas Vacation. I watched The Grinch. I watched So This Is Christmas. And if you are looking for a feel-good Christmas movie, that is not it. That is not it. I did not know what I was getting into. I should have read reviews on that show or on that movie. There's like drugs and alcohol and teenage pregnancy. Not to ruin the movie for you, but it's terrible, so don't watch it. Unless you're just watching it because I told you it was terrible. Spoiler alert. But it is just not it is not what I was looking for last night. And then I watched The Heart of Christmas. I think that's what it was called, The Heart of Christmas. Because these are all like on Amazon Prime. And spoiler alert on that one too. That did not put me in the Christmas mood either. It is about, I think it's like a 3-year-old who dies from cancer. So if you guys are looking, I'm looking for a feel-good Christmas movie. Can somebody help me out here? Oh my goodness. I mean, Christmas Vacation was good. Obviously, The Grinch. I watched the one with Jim Carrey in it. That one's always fun to watch. But I need something that's a little bit less, I don't know. I need feel-good movies. I don't want this sadness and terribleness that comes with the ones that I'm picking. All right, so the card itself is done. The last thing I personally do is I use this stamp. I made this with my, what's it called? It's by Silhouette. It's the stamp maker. Is it the Mint? I think it's the Mint. So I made my Craftinated stamp with that. Line it up. Stamp my little seal of approval on there. And then to make the envelope, you just put some glue down. I put 2 pieces on either side. And then that will be the envelope, and that's your entire project. I do sell these for $5 a piece. That might seem like a lot, but I just feel like there's more work that goes into these. They're more personalized. I do each one individually. And if you go buy a Christmas card from the store, you're going to be spending at least that much. And I just feel like it's not as good as a homemade card. My personal opinion. I sell my large cards for $5, my medium cards for $4, and my mini cards are $2. So that's kind of how my price breakdown goes for those. I sell plenty of these cards at $5. I haven't had any pushback on that price point. I think it's a fair price point. But you can do whatever works for you and your craft fair in your area. Sometimes it depends on where you live and where you're doing things, on how much you price things at. So then I just put it down, burnish it on there really good, and that is our card with liner and sentiment and seal of approval. So to package these up, move this stuff out of the way. To package these up, I use some bags from clearbags.com. They are the B47H size. This is the same size if you watch Lyric Lover. This is the same size for the 3-pack stacks, or I don't know what she calls them. I call them 3-pack stacks, but it's like her little 3 mini note cards that are tied together with some yarn. So I found that these fit these cards in perfectly as well. Put it in. And sometimes the envelope is a little bit tight getting in there, but it does fit. And if it doesn't fit, just I have the next size up for these bags, and then it just has a little bit of overhang on the plastic, which is fine. So there it is. It's all packaged up in the B47H bags. Also, sometimes if you have a bigger front, they may not fit in. So I'm going to package these all up. And show you how they all look once they're done. See, like this one I might have some issues with because of the, no, I think it'll be fine. But sometimes if there's like big things on the front, I've had that before where I've put something that's too 3D on the front and it just does not fit the card in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up, or actually I'm just gonna go off camera, put these all together, and then I'll come back and show you how they all look packaged up, and then we'll be just about done. All right, so they're all packaged up. This one, for whatever reason, had to go into the bigger bag, and you can see that there's like a little bit of extra of the bag on the sides. The envelope might have just been like just a smidge too big. It would not fit into these. But I feel like they look really, really cute. This is all of the ones that I made from that DCWV pack, Classic Christmas. And I feel like it looks just so classic Christmas. And I love that it's like those traditional colors, traditional like pictures and items. It's just so much fun. So these were all the ones from that Classic Christmas pack, and this is the one that I made on camera from the other pack, Oh Christmas Tree by DCWV. And I love the way these turned out. Let me see, I'm gonna look at my list here. So I have 3 large cards left over from my last Christmas fair, and that's it. So those 3 plus whatever I have here, which is probably around, I don't know, 20 or so, will be good. This is all I'm going to make of the large cards to go with to my craft fair. So these plus the other ones that I have. They were a really good seller last year. I only have 3 left. So that's that for these. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys get inspired by this. I know that it's a ways off for Christmas, but if you're not there yet, maybe revisit the Christmas cards in a couple of months. Plus, you can do anything you want with these. I make these for my birthday, like this size and just this kind of style for my birthday cards, for my, you know, wedding cards, everything. I make them like this, thank you cards. And sometimes I do stamp sentiments. Sometimes I don't pop them up, but this time I kind of just did them all sort of the same style. And I love the way they turn out. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Again, I sell them for $5 a piece at my craft fair, and they do really well. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.